I think each of us has our own skills, right? And I have mine, and you have yours, and everything, every American, every person, every human being has theirs. If I'm able to use those God-given gifts to do what's right for this country in the biggest possible way, whatever that is, that's going to be the next step. And so I think it would require Trump and myself to both be aligned, to get on the same page. I mean, I think we see eye to eye on policy. I think in recent weeks I've discovered that I really like my dynamic with him recently. I mean, he's been very receptive to a lot of policy ideas. You know, the media gives one portrayal to say that this is a man who's hard-headed and stubborn. That's not what I've found, actually. Somebody's able to clearly state what's right for the country and why.
Right.
And even the discussion we had about central bank digital currencies the other night in New Hampshire, that translated into being part of his policy plank now. And I respect that. I give him credit for that sooner than I give myself credit. It takes a leader who's actually willing to listen.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I think that we haven't had that conversation, but I'm ready to do whatever's right for the country, either inside or outside of government. I'm going to take a little bit of time to think about that for myself as well.
You have to be a part of our government. But you'd be on the outside looking at it, that's just stupid.
Well, there's a lot of ways, as you said about culture, though, to drive change in a country too. And so we're gonna keep totally open mind. It's not about me. I think the true satisfaction for me, even before my limited career now in politics, is when you're guided by an actual purpose, right? That's external to yourself, but then you can actually use your own skills to achieve that purpose. That's true satisfaction. That's true meaning. And so for me, whatever comes next, it's going to have to be something that, you know, it sounds silly to say this, but that I'm having fun.
Right.
And that it's going to have big impact.
Right.
And so those are the two criteria that matter. Grateful to God and grateful to this country that there's not a third one on that list for me, which is, you know, what allows us to make a living or put food on the dinner table. We've done that. You know, I didn't grow up in wealth. My dad faced layoffs at the GE plant in Evendale, Ohio. And I know growing up that my parents didn't always have the luxury of philosophizing about what gives me purpose and what allows me to have fun.
Yeah, exactly. They were just happy to be here.
They were. I mean, it was about fighting for your kids, being able to make sure that they didn't have to fend for themselves in the same way that my parents did when they came to this country. So that's a lucky thing for me to be able to say.